Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time we're going to be diving into RWBY. Now yes, it's a little bit late for that, but every week you think, oh, I said I was going to start on Volume 4, what good would it do to jump straight into Volume 3? But then, amazing episode, amazing episode, amazing episode. It was like, fine, jeez, I'll start reacting, okay? Like, if I sound a bit off today, it's because I think I'm getting quite sick. I was going to record about 2 hours earlier, but then I ended up doing this for the last 2 hours. Yeah. I feel better now, though. And I want to get this watched so I can watch other reactions to it, because shit's about to go down, if my assumptions are correct, because RWBY has confronted Mercury after he'd just finished flicking the fixed fight, so I assume that's why he was walking around, and why RWBY went to the maintenance area, because he just got finished saying this is what the result will be as the announcement was coming out, which is why she said, "What are you doing?" Yeah, some people didn't pick up on that. And poor Pyrrha has emotional stress on top of her emotional stress after losing it with John, after some very not misguided pep talk, because what he said was spot on for someone who knew the things that he did. In any other series, that was the perfect speech, you know? But like what RWBY likes to do, they like to flip the script, they like to turn situations on their heads, and that wasn't what Pyrrha wanted to hear at all. But at least we got some great Arcos moments, and she was sorry. This isn't like an ongoing grudge. She apologised to him before she ran off. That is something you don't see often. They usually just run off and leave the misunderstanding as it is, and they have a whole period of awkwardness. I mean, he got pretty hurt, so maybe there will be a period of awkwardness. I don't know. But what's really, really worrying me are two things. I've seen fan art already of what people think might happen to Penny in this fight. I mean, some people were saying that Pyrrha might be the one at a disadvantage, but then remember, if she can control polarity, she can control the entire of Penny, and possibly mess her up really badly, like destroy her or something, and there's all sorts of dark fan art depicting that. I really hope that doesn't happen, because I'm part of the "Don't Touch My Baby Penny" crowd. And RWBY, don't touch my baby RWBY. I'm very worried because Mercury is a trained assassin, and I don't think Cinder's group is the type to take a prisoner unless they can take something from them. I mean, I guess having RWBY would be a good bargaining chip because, you know, she's the main character, she's got friends who would do anything for her, they could be able to coerce someone into cooperation, perhaps Blake with Adam, who knows? You see, all sorts of theories are buzzing around in my head. Now I know I've got to sit in front of a camera with this shit, which is why I put a skip button for those who don't want to hear me ramble. Is there anything else I want to ramble about? No, while I'm feeling perkier than I have all day, I want to get straight into this episode. Mercury, please do not beat on RWBY too hard. She is unarmed. Please go easy on her. Who knows, she might use her speed semblance to escape. That was another thing I was going to mention. Off we go. I've been promised a good fight, at least, in the tournament.
Alright, it's now time to begin the randomization process for our next fight.
Okay, another perspective. Ooh. Of course, Ozpin was watching the forest through those monitors. He knows about her semblance.
It's an honor to finally meet you.
And I suppose in more private talk she might have told him anyway,
This is
but
going to be so much fun.
let's hope, Penny.
Mercury, what are you doing? You were hurt. Why? What's going on? Fine. If not going to tell me?
Hmm.
Fighter, are you ready?
Interesting. No confrontation yet.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, John. A bit winded still. Oh, here we go. Some badass Penny swordplay.
Showtime.
Okay, so there we go. Oh dear. Yeah, like I said, trained assassin. Speed alone might not work.
Let's just keep this between us friends.
Oh gosh.
What a tremendous display by Miss Paulandina.
People reckon Pyrrha is gonna flip at some stage and then completely annihilate Penny, but Emerald is gonna make her see a real human's innards and it will freak her out. That would be hardcore, but I don't want that. Wow, that was greatly choreographed. Woo! This is just as good as Young Mercury, except this is even better because of all the weapon play. I like a good hand-to-hand fight as much as the next guy, but seeing this mastery is like, what? Oh my gosh! Well played, Emerald! Wow, that was cool. Oh, Penny feels it. Here we go. Oh no. Oh no. Penny. Penny. Holy shit. They said it would happen. What does she see?
No.
Does she see the metal or blood? Well, I mean, everyone else will see the metal, but it's a chance to mess with Pyrrha.
Penny.
Oh, no! BBFF separated!
Broadcast, what are you doing? Kill the feed!
Something's wrong. We don't have control over the cameras. We can't even shut off the broadcast.
What? How is that possible?
Because the enemy is here.
This is not a tragedy. This was not an accident. This is what happens when you hand over your trust, your safety, your children, to men who claim to be our guardians, but are, in reality, nothing more than men. Our academy's headmasters wield more power than most armies, and one was audacious enough to control both. They cling to this power in the name of peace, and yet, what do we have here? One nation's attempt at a synthetic army?
Okay,
mercilessly
alright.
torn apart by
She
another
sees the
star
robot as
killer.
well, okay.
What need would Atlas have for a soldier disguised as an innocent little girl? I don't think the Grimm
And
would
here's
know
the
difference.
propaganda.
And what, I ask you, is Osmond teaching his students?
Yeah, this
That
theme
the
again.
standard
Oh
is
god.
This. Huntsmen and huntresses should carry themselves with honor and mercy. yet I have witnessed neither. Perhaps Ozpin felt as though defeating Atlas in the tournament would help people forget his colossal failure to protect Vale when the Grimm invaded its streets. Or perhaps this was his message to the tyrannical dictator that has occupied an unsuspecting kingdom.
Ozpin, tyrannical. Yeah, sure.
Honestly, I haven't the slightest clue as to who is right and who is wrong. But I know that the existence of peace is fragile, and the leaders of our kingdoms conduct their business.
I really hope Penny isn't dead.
As someone who hails from Mistral,
I mean, the eye thing could be a fake out. She could be rebooted or backed up.
Equally undesirable. Our kingdoms are at the brink of war. Yet we, the citizens, are left in the dark.
And here they come, like
So
the intro
I ask
said.
you, when the first shots are fired, who do you think you can trust?
The feeds are all jammed. We can't get a message out.
Will somebody tell me what in the world is happening?
You've all been played, son.
Alert. Incoming Grimm attack.
I like how one of the bar guys is there.
Shelter in a calm and orderly manner.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, there is no need for panic.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Nevermore.
How did he get past the kingdom's defenses?
It wasn't alone.
Oh dear.
Oz, get to the city. But now!
Oh, Ozpin's getting serious. Oh shit. I like how the elephant's like, go on ahead, guys. I'll be fine.
The girl, I can explain.
You brought your army to my kingdom, James. Use it.
Ooh. Nice, Ozpin.
Damn it. This is Blue 4. Blues 2 and 3 fall into defensive position.
Roger. Blue 3 in position.
Blue 2, what's your status? Blue 2, come in. Someone answer me, damn it.
So this is where oh, Neo. Hi. Yeah, I knew Torchwick could come back. Yeah. And yes,
It's about time.
that's another thing I'm going to mention at the end. Thank you for pretty much confirming it for me. So I guess, yeah, now they're taking them down.
It is good to be back.
It's good to have you back. You look like you're from Clockwork Orange, and that's amazing. I think you were directly inspired, I think. Oh, look who showed up. Hey guys, what do you think of my sweet new ride? Oh, but in all seriousness, that is the definition of shit hitting the fan, I swear to God. But, right, listen, before I lose my train of thought, I am so glad that me and some forum buddies of mine discussed this beforehand, because we said, now, the way Torchwick laughed when he was first incarcerated implied that part of his or Cinder's plan was to have him get out again. He was like, I'm not going to be here for long, and just biding his time. And what we brought up was Neo wasn't involved in the flashback in episode 7. So, and when Torchwick first attacked the group with the mech, when he chased Blake, Neo showed up then, and Yang was the first to say, looks like Torchwick has got a new henchman. And she was shown up helping him on the train. And what we've been discussing is that Neo's alliances with Torchwick, she couldn't give a damn about Cinder. She might have more loyalty to Torchwick, and I think it's showing that she's the one that showed up to let him out. Either it's because they worked together previously, or they have their own little agenda going on. Like, you know, that maybe he will double-cross Cinder at some point, or turn the unlikely hero at the end. You know, that sort of scenario? I think it is possible, at the very least. It intrigues me what Neo's backstory is. I mean, what, did she randomly get found in an alley like Emerald was? Or did she approach Torchwick like Nico Robin did to Sir Crocodile in One Piece? Like, hey, I'm good at killing stuff, can I have a job? You know, there's a lot of variables with Neo, because she's still a total mystery, including for definite what her semblance is. I mean, instead of illusions now, what if she was just really good at defending? Although it still doesn't explain the shattering of glass, which I've heard loads of theory for. You know, like there was a mirrored image that Yang punched through, yeah. I feel somewhat validated that Neo showed up to spring Torchwick out and not the others. And another thing that intrigued me was that Mercury wasn't as violent with RWBY as I expected. You'd think that being compromised like he was, he would have just full out assaulted her, but I see now there was no need to silence RWBY, because the plan had just finished working. All he had to do was block her from leaving for a bit, and by the time she reached the exit again, the fight was already over. Mission done. Grimm are coming, chaos, like, bye bitch. You know, that, well played. Like, a lot of us were fearful for RWBY's safety. We thought she'd be out of commission for a while, you know, or she'd be captured or something like that. But in the end, she was just broken mentally, the poor thing. Oh, I really hope Penny isn't actually dead. I've seen enough fiction now to think of the possibility that's probably very real, that the shutting down of the eyes was a fake out. I believe she is backed up somewhere and will assist in, you know, a later battle. You know, she'll come back and surprise us, like, you know, and then RWBY will be overjoyed, with tears in her eyes and everything. Tears of joy. Oh, watching this has perked my spirits right back up, though my back still hurts like a bitch, and I might lie down again soon. All I know is that this was another awesome episode of RWBY. I'm really glad for some things, and really horrified for other things. I knew Penny was going to get messed up, but it was almost exactly like I imagined. In bits. In fucking bits. But at least we didn't get to see any horrifying illusion of what happened. No, it really was just expose Penny as a robot, so everyone distrusts everything, and Grimm come back. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I love it. So, I will continue watching these, and I will be really sore to wait between Volume 3 and Volume 4. So let's hope they jam as much into these last few episodes as possible. I will see you guys next time.